Hi guys, welcome back to another reaction from Michael Knowles. I know some of you guys have been eyeing me and saying, oh, why are you always reacting to Michael Knowles videos? I love reacting to his videos, okay? And his reaction to videos is so hilarious. So today he's going to be reacting to white lips, coming from Michael Knowles, of course. Michael Knowles react to white lips of TikTok. You guys, this is going to be a wild ride, okay? So sit back, enjoy while we watch this together. Before we dive into the video, I'm Oge. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, super happy to have you here. Do well to like, share, drop in the comment section what you think about this video. This conversation is very interesting, okay, and I think very sensitive for the young people and very important for them. So please drop your comments. Let's see this together.
Hey everybody, Michael here with some more white guilt. Not my own white guilt, I don't have any white guilt, but a lot of people out there do, and so my producers are forcing me to really take this social pathology seriously. For now, take it away, guilty whites.
I am proud to be white. 3, 2, 1. Just be in the middle.
Yeah. Can there be a middle?
All right.
Gotta pick a side.
Oh no.
Pick a side. Don't hate me, guys.
There's that one girl, look at that skinhead back there, that one neo-Nazi girl.
Guiltily, I'm happy that I'm not oppressed, but I'm not proud of things people have done in the past.
When I think of being proud of something, I think of something I worked for, or that I had to do nothing to be white.
It's like saying I'm a proud white person is a completely different saying than saying I'm a proud black person. Because when you hear I'm a proud black person, I think empowerment, I think strength, I think courage, I think, all these amazing things that the black community has done.
Because black people are good and white people are very evil.
Say I am I'm a proud white person, already there's so much hate involved in that.
What the f are you talking about, man?
Why aren't I allowed to be proud to be white? What makes it wrong? You haven't been oppressed.
Yeah, what are you proud of? Like we were talking about, as a proud black person, they've been oppressed, that a lot of their culture was stolen from them. And a lot of reasons that I don't like proud to be white is because it has, the Nazis used it, the KKK used it. I don't want to be associated with any of those things, so I'm just gonna completely...
Like the Black Panthers
Sure,
I'm proud to be black, and they're a bunch of murdering terrorists.
At the same time, I would not want to be anything else. If I had to choose another race, I don't know what I would be. I'm okay with where I am, even though I'm getting backlash about being white.
That's good. Yeah, she's a very sensible gal. The guy wraps himself in knots, and he says, well, no, it's bad to be proud to be a white person because white is associated with all this bad stuff, and it's good to be proud to be a black person because black is associated with being oppressed.
Stop that. That's racist.
The irony here is that the oppression is just completely made up. We are oppressed, but we're not oppressed because, great grandpa Jethro, once made a rude comment to a black man.
If it was up to you, would you want all black people gone?
I wouldn't want to be around them.
We're oppressed because of sin. Sin oppresses us. If you want to throw off the shackles of sin, you need to ask for God's grace and cooperate with that grace, and then also cultivate virtue and do good and avoid evil.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
That's a great question.
What is one thing that you take pride in about being white?
There's a lot I look down upon being white.
What is something that you appreciate about black culture?
I just went to a recent concert that had a lot of black artists that I think are extremely inspiring.
What's he going to say? If he gives any answer in the affirmative, he'll be driven from campus with pitchforks and tarred and feathered.
Hang him.
You can get around the question a little bit by being more specific. Are you proud to be Italian? Yeah, I'm proud to be Italian. Okay, what are you proud of? Well, man, we had the Roman Empire. And we invented pizza. We, had the greatest artists ever. The Italians. Oh, good. You're proud to be an Italian. Okay. You're English, huh? Yeah. Are you proud to be English? I am proud to be English. Magna Carta, some people are very fond of. The enduring monarchy. Yeah, you know it. Tea, an empire on which the sun never set. You darn tootin'. I'm proud to be English. You proud to be a white guy? Ah! No. Please, don't make me answer that. I'm only ashamed.
Shame. Shame.
No, I don't know. It's okay. I don't think about it all the time, but Plenty there to take some pride in, just as anyone might take pride in his own heritage. Right now,
do you think that pale-skinned mass shooter walked into the supermarket on the 14th, considering each individual person of color? Or do you think he walked in there with the mindset, these N-words are going to die? And how many times on the news since have we heard about the inherent racism of pale-skinned people? I can't think of any. How many times since have we heard on the news the trouble with white-on-white crime? Exactly 0 times. But how frequently do we hear about the trouble with black-on-black crime?
because it's many multiples more prominent. I guess that's why. Because it's an actual social pathology that if you care about black people at all, you would probably focus on it because it's the leading cause of the murder of black people.
For some reason, in the United States, only people who look like me are allowed to be individuals. That is why I say individualism is a white privilege. And this person
It's a white pathology is what it is.
Proving that point. If my delivery of this message was a little strong, that's because it needs to be heard.
Okay, that last part he says is fair enough when he says individualism is a white privilege. It's not that it's a white privilege, it's that it's a white pathology. One wants moderation and prudence and justice. So we recognize that we have individual aspects to our identity, but we're not atomized individuals. We're the social creature. We're a coupling creature. That's why we get married. And we're a social creature. That's why Aristotle calls us the political animal. So we don't just go out into the woods and live alone. We live in communities.
I hereby pronounce you a community.
And it is true that white people in particular make an idol out of individualism. And that's very bad. And it leads not only to the breakdown of society, the breakdown of family, it leads to the breakdown even of any shared experience of reality. And it is not white people exclusively, but white people in particular who are given to that pathology. And maybe I agree with that guy. Maybe we got to correct that a little bit. My favorite video, it's got to be the one white gal who just said, I don't hate being white. I'm fine being who I am. I'm Wonder Mike. You know I've come to say hello to the black, the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. Until next time, see you later.
If you were a parent and you watched that survey, maybe you watched your daughter or your son on that survey. I mean, like the first video clip we watched where somebody asked, those young people, oh, are you proud being white? What would your reaction be? Do you understand my question? What would your reaction be? I don't know if I have the right to, answer this question because I'm not a white girl. I'm a black Nigerian girl, African girl. And if I'm being asked, oh, are you proud of being a black person? I remember as a young person, as a younger person, like a child, I used to wish I was a white girl because I felt like white people had more privilege. You get what I mean? Like, I love their skin tone, I love their skin color, I love the way they speak and all of those things. I guess I wasn't proud of my identity growing up, but of course as an adult you begin to understand yourself, your culture, your identity, begin to know and love yourself. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the other race, but I feel like it is important that you know your identity and you love yourself. I think a lot of these young people dwell a lot in the past of what their grandparents have done, what their ancestors did, or I'm not proud of that's not you. Okay, why don't you focus on you, your identity, your future, your tomorrow, your now, right? If they ask you, oh, are you proud of, just if maybe I'm being asked, are you proud being a black girl? I wouldn't say, oh, I hate the fact that we were being slaves and I wouldn't want to talk about that, to be honest. I would want to focus on, yes, I love the black community, I love being black because of mention those. Just like I feel like Michael Knowles did fantastic job with this reaction. I love his take on it. I love his reaction to this video, and I feel like every young white person should see this. You shouldn't I'm not saying you should not like the black community, but it's important that you love your color and your identity, love where you're from, because I'm very certain every black person, maybe not every black, I'm sure that black people like this, but I'm sure that I think everybody should love themselves, their identity, where they're from. Don't dwell on, I don't think it will do you so much good to dwell on what are your forefathers did. You're not proud of, like, there was a girl like that, I'm not proud of what my forefathers did. I love Michael Knowles' take on this. I want you to, you know, let's know what your take is on this particular conversation, as a parent especially, and as a young person. Please drop all your comments in the comment section below. Do well to like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.